our channel, Loving Handcrafts by BMW. This is Brenda. So today is day 3. So let's open it up for my crafty avid calendar. I have, again, this is a nice series, so I haven't looked at day 3. So we've crafted for day 1, we've crafted for day 2, now we're on day 3. Okay, drum roll. Okay, let's open this bad boy up. See if I can get it open without breaking anything. Okay, one moment, the pups are barking. Okay, they've stopped barking, at least I think. So again, we're on day 3 on the Avid calendar. Okay. Oh, let's see. Can y'all see that? It is a bunny and a hat. So it's a dice, or some dice with a wand and some stars. So let's look at the actual die. Interesting. Very, very interesting. You don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm thinking. This is good for Easter, though. These are not the scissors I usually use. Oh, I don't need those. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so here's the hat. Okay. Here's the bunny face. Okay. And here's a little wand. Okay. It's not too bad. Here are the stars. Okay, got some thoughts on that. Scrapbook. Scrap paper time. I go to ears. I gotta look and see what that's for. Now that I know better. Not sure what, oh, that's probably the band. And it's probably the tips for that. Okay. So let's refer back to the picture for day 3. Okay. So, yep. That must be, this is the top, for the top of the hat. These pieces must be right for these 2 pieces. The stars are self-explanatory. There go the ears. What in the heck is this one? I don't know what that one is. I have no clue. Okay. That's that part. And then the bunny. Okay, well, so that's day 3. So I know I can put it on a tag. So I have some tags already here. So here's a tag. Let's see. Oh yeah, that'll fit right on a tag. Could probably do some ink blending or some inking on the tag because it's white. But it'll fit on the tag. So there we go. Alrighty then. We will go pick our brain and come back to see what I put together. So this is day 3. Nice. I will be returning shortly. Stay tuned. So I went shopping in my stash and just picked out some random bits of scrap paper from projects far and wide. Okay, not really bad. So I also went shopping for some other inspirational pieces in my stash. So I'm pulling out some more. I've got these ovals. I actually found some more tags that I can use. Grab some stuff because I never know. Just other rando stuff that I can cut or use because I like this. And you know, I could turn that into a tag easy as opposed to this. So kind of like that. If it depends if I'm gonna turn it into like, I kind of like the Easter thing. I know it's supposed to be, you know, but I'm not sure if I mean, I like that as my background. So something like that might work. And then I was looking to see if I had any scrap black cardstock that's and I might have some. I have to go check again. I got one more spot to check. That's glitter cardstock for that. Then I can make a white faced mouse with pink ears, and then do white glittery stars with that. Make my stick black, and I'm not sure what color I'm going to do with that. I might make that red tipped. Got some red and some brown. Did I grab any brown? Yeah, and then the bunny ears. Again, I don't know what that's for. I don't know, but we'll find out. Could be for the back of the eyes, maybe? I think maybe for the black, for the eyes and the nose. Maybe, could be. Okay, well, let me go pause one more time because I just remembered I might have some black. Because I'm thinking if I do black here, I might be able to use maybe this as a stripe. Because then that would kind of go behind here so it doesn't have to be red. So we'll see. Alright, one more time. I'll be right back. So the name of the game of this entire series is to use scrap. I'm pulling scrap from anywhere, anything that I think that would be interesting. So that's the name of the game, is to pull from my scraps. Don't try to cut anything new or pick up anything. Just see what I can use, because you know, after a year of crafting, you should have a lot of scraps left. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to pull in my little Altenew workhorse. And I think I'm going to do the hat first. Hopefully it'll fit. That's my black cardstock. I don't think it's going to fit, so I might have to trim this down just a tad. But that's okay. I've had a long day of work, so I am working on this. Day 3. Here we go, day 3. Day 3. I'm just going to go slip it right under. Just take it out. I think I can eyeball it. And even if it's not cut straight, it doesn't matter. Alright. That's going to make nice shiny big top hat. So there we go. So I have this little, I need to replace those. Just so I know that I cut, this is not to be cut into, but of course you can see, you don't always pay attention. So I cut into that, but I typically will cut into the bottom plate and then turn it over. So let's bring you in here so you can kind of see. Here we go. I think I'm going to cut out 2 because I always cut out more than 1. Yep, and that cut beautifully. That cut beautifully. So we'll cut out another one just in case, because you never know. Since you're already die cutting, like, so if I'm already in here, oh, and I could go ahead and do the stick too while I'm thinking about it. Didn't think about that earlier. And then I'm going to go look for something else for that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll go look for some brown. I got some red. Is it white? I don't know. Maybe white tipped? Okay. So we'll figure that out. But I know I'm doing like a black and white bunny, like a white bunny. I think that's what's in this magicians have. So that's that. That's what this cuts out to. I'm gonna cut out one more. So that's what that looks like. I'll put that there. Maybe I'll do that in red. Yeah. Let's do a little contrast with colors. I got this in foil. So cut this down. That big of a piece. Cut that down. We'll cut that down. Got that on there. We have this on here. Okay, I can do it like that. Get it into a line. This thing is really handy. Handy. Okay, there we go. I'll hold it down. Run it through. I'm sorry, you can't see all of it. Bring it in. It's just a little bit of die cutting. Nothing special. Okay, so that's the band that's going to go across the hat. And I don't know, you can barely make it out, but it's a little indentation, like it's embossed, debossed, or embossed down in there. So oh, that's pretty. So that's what that's going to look like. So I got another little stick here. Did I not put the other one in there? Oh, Lord, see, look. Okay. This is why you keep the tray handy, so you won't lose your little pieces. I usually have two trays, one for my die cuts and one for this. So I will need to cut out one more band. So right there. Cut out one more of those. So here I got this. I'm hoping I can fit that right in there. Won't have any problems. Stay put there. Then I'm going to have the pink bunny ears. It's going to have a white bunny. So let's go through here. That's a pink bunny ears. Ah, God. So it's got a little bit of texture. So, got little pink bunny ears. I'll move this out of the way. Pull this up. I think I should move this over so you guys can at least see what I'm doing. Boop. And I do not have any. Oh, I do have some tape. So I'm going to tape that down because I don't want that to move. So that's a little bit of mint tape. Just taping down that die cut. And I'm going to grab some stars. No, I think I got something skinnier. I do. So let's grab the stars. So this is different. If you don't know if you can see the difference. So I think I'm going to use this for the bunny, and I'll use this for the stars. Okay. Put that towards the side. Okay. Everybody can see. Put that out the way. Safety first. Close that. So yeah, it's coming together. These go so fast because they're such small die cutting pieces. But like I said, if you were doing like a whole bunch of them, you'd do exactly what I would do is go ahead, cut up a whole bunch of pieces. Just do it all at once. And yep, just do it. Let's get them all done. I don't think that cut all the way. Let me make sure that gets to the edge. There it goes. I didn't hear that click, so I needed to make sure I got it all the way to the edge. Oh, never had that happen before. Okay, there go the itty bitty stars. No clue what that's supposed to be for. Why would you have pink eyes? I have no clue. Okay, stars, then this. Okay, move that back over there. Okay, do it one more time. Okay, one more set of stars, and we're almost done. Start figuring out my background. Turn that over now. Put the stars right here. Pink right here. Am I missing anything? Stars pink? No. Guess I can make room for the bunny face now. Ooh. Maybe I can turn it that way. Yep. There we go. Bunny face. Trying to work smarter, not harder. Okay, and just feed that through and crank, crank, crank. So you hold it this way. Sometimes they don't jump, but I noticed it was jumping. Crank. Then I'll bring it back through just to make sure. But this typically does a really good job of cutting through. Now you can decide if you want to ink blend. You can ink blend some of the edges. Alright. Oh, pick and stick. Here we go. Let's pop the bunny face out. Poop, poop, poop. Come on, bunny, bunny. Oh, wow. I don't know much. Well, for Christmas, my brother, bless God rest his soul, my baby brother, he's no longer here with us. He, and my niece always hates this when we go this story. So for Christmas, he bought his darling daughter, my niece, a rabbit for Christmas, a little bunny rabbit, when she was a little girl. Her and her friend Mariah decided they were going to help give the bunny rabbit some water. And so in their brain, they decided to give the rabbit some beer. So you know where this is going. They didn't have that rabbit very long for Christmas. My niece hates that. She's like, Auntie, you always tell that story. I'm like, yeah, because I couldn't figure out why you girls were doing that. I just couldn't figure it out. So that's what happened to the rabbit. Needless to say, my brother never bought another rabbit for his darling daughter, my lovely niece. Ever again for Christmas. I didn't think that was a thing, but apparently it's a thing. I'm like, you bought your daughter a rabbit? A little bunny for Christmas? Yeah, well, you know, hey, growing up, I had fish. We had fish, we had the birds, the lovebirds, cats and dogs, of course. But growing up in the city, you know, my mom says she didn't like to have dogs or cats in the city, so she said, well, she grew up on a farm, so in her head, they don't belong in the city. But when they moved back to Arkansas and they moved on to their land back in the country, my mom was okay with having dogs and cats hanging around the house. Not so much in the city. If the die was stubborn, like the thing was stubborn to come out, I just threw it on the lifted up and tossed it, and it usually will release the paper. Okay, I think I'm done die cutting. If I'm not, I'll figure it out, because I'm kind of done with that. But I still can't believe it. To this day, I still chuckle every time I think about that rabbit my niece inadvertently fed beer. I don't know how they were like 4 or 5 maybe. Like, how did the little ones get to the beer? So I don't know. Maybe my brother left something out, but yeah, they killed the rabbit. I just chuckled. I'm sure if you have a tale like that in your family, because that's like the Christmas tale and that's the Christmas lore, that's what we all talk about, let me know. Okay, so that's that for that. So I got my die cutting done, so now I just got to think about my tag. I can keep it very plain and nothing too fancy on this. That would look nice. But see, I'm afraid the bunny gets lost in the background if I don't have something back there. You know, I've got some washi tape that I never use. Let me go pull out some washi tape, because I could just do a couple of stripes of washi tape. Oh, that's a thought. I never use my washi tape. And that would be really quick to add some, to just break up the whiteness of it. If I don't want to do that, then I was thinking about cutting a new tag out, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. But I really like this. Let me see. Okay, that's kind of convincing me, because then the bunny's got some background. I don't have to do so much. And then that pop of red will come in there. Let me see. Is that for the pink eyes? Really? Is that what that's for? That looks weird. That looks weird to me. That looks really weird to me. I'm going to leave it alone. But that looks weird. Because I'd do a black, like I'd cut that in half, which I think I'm going to end up doing. And I just slap some back behind for the, I'm okay with the eyes being that color. But I would definitely slap some black right there for the little nose, which is what I'm going to do. Because I can't deal with that. That's not going to work on Brenda's head. Oh. Actually, I've got some smaller pieces, so we'll use one of those. Okay, let me go grab some washi tape. Nope, I'm not doing washi tape. I think I'm going to cut, let's see, I think I'm going to cut this one out. And I think I got enough room. Let's see, make sure it can fit, because I don't want to go to my big one. Yeah, okay, that'll work. And then I think I'm going to use this one too. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that instead. Yay, me! So, I don't know if that's the right one. I don't know which is which one. This is the what, but I want to use this one. I'll use this one because it's got stitches. So some stitches on here. So we'll use this. I don't think that's the, what could be. I don't think so. This is a little shorter, but that'll work. That should work for me. So, this paper doesn't feel, I mean, it doesn't feel stiff enough. So, usually what I'll end up doing, especially for my tags, is I'll go back through and cut, I'm just measuring, couldn't see that. I'll go back through and cut another one out of these some make it a little bit more substantial, because it feels a little flimsy, this paper. So that's what I'll do. I didn't leave myself much of a margin now, did I? So there we go. That's gonna look nice. Yay. Okay, perfect. Yes, not what I was thinking about for Christmas, making an Easter tag, but hey, you make two of these, a couple of these. Then I thought, like my other thought is when I get a chance, because I made two of them, I'm going to make one today, maybe make the other one. I didn't give myself enough room. Where did the, yeah, here we go. Was taking my tag and just doing some stenciling. 'Cause, you know, why not? Why not stencil? So that could be a thought. If you didn't have like some pattern paper, you could just do some stenciling. So I'm gonna just stay in place because I did not give myself enough room. Just needed to grab it. Okay, it's not acting like it wants to grab it. Oopsie, it's moving. All right, let's do it like that. Stop moving on the paper. I think I'm just getting impatient right now. Okay, there we go. I am getting very irritated with this right now. But that's just operator error. Whoops, there we go. Yay! I'll just run it back through. It's me. It's just me being impatient. If you don't like if I wanted to make this more dramatic, oh yeah, that's nice. You can take some ink and go around the edge of that and just do like a little halo thing. So I'm going to lay that to the side for now. Put you back where you belong. Then I'm going to grab, yeah, I got just enough to cut that out. So let me grab, safety first, off to the side. Let me grab my little, what are they called? I just got this too from Spellbinders because they had a sale. It's called Essential Stylish Ovals, 16 of them. And I got them because they had a nice, pretty nice sale, and I don't have on this, and I don't have that in my stash. So I wanted to make sure I had the oval. Because then, you know, I was on Facebook, as one does, in the middle of the night, because my dogs woke me up. And I saw this card made with this beautiful oval, like one of these, and a nice die-cut flower that it was Celebrate. So I got inspired. I was like, oh. And I took a picture of it so I can, one day, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So you might be seeing a card, because I haven't made a card in a while. So I need to do that. And I want to make a shaker card because I have that written down. I've had a shaker card in my like reminder, like planner, shaker card forever. Like I did a shaker tag. Yeah, I did a box, a shadow box with some shaker bits, but I haven't made a shaker card. Okay, let's see if I have any problems with this going through. Nope, it's a little bendy, but it should work. Okay, so since I already have these out, again, my philosophy is go ahead and do it, because when you get to this point, I already have one of these shapes cut out, and while I'm here, I'm going to go grab some white paper. So I'm going to make another one of those if I can find my white paper. So I have these Dollar Tree project folders. I'm embarrassed to say how many scraps I got, but this is my scrap, and this is how I keep it organized. I got that from the dollar store. So So I just pull for projects like that. Now, it looks like I keep every scrap. I do not, because I don't have room for everything. But I try to keep most of it. And this is why. So since I had everything out, following my own philosophy, I'm going to go ahead and make another one of these. So I'm sorry you guys got to watch me do all this die cutting. And, you know, I could cut it short, so I might. Okay. But since you already got the machine out and you're already doing it, you might as well do it now. So that's always what I'm thinking. Okay, Brenda, you're about to make a boo-boo. So let's not do the boo-boo. I'm a righty, and so this is bothering me. So let's turn it this way. There we go. Sometimes I can do things with my left, and sometimes I can do things with my right. But obviously I needed to turn this sucker around. Okay. So this will be my backer piece. Oh, really? Okay. All right. That's for real. This is a for real thing here. Good job. I'm sure that was operator error, but that's what that tag looks like. Which is slightly different than that tag, but it's all the same. So now I'll glue these two together, and then I'll have a nice substantial tag, which I'm going to do right now since I have my glue here. Yay, let's put this bad boy together. Put that out the way. You should see the other side of my desk. It looks like a hot mess. I'll put this back in my little tag holder. I have this as like my little tag holder. So anytime I cut some tags, just stick them in there. And oh, that's pretty. That's pretty nice too. Here we go. Glue down. Put the glue down. Oh, it's too late now. I just thought about it. I have some polyglaze sheets that I could foil. Oh, Brenda. Ooh, and it has the Easter egg motif on it, like the Easter motif. Oh, that'd be nice. Do I need to? I'm gonna go ahead and glue these two together. That would be nice. Oh, I just thought about it too. See how when you start thinking about things, thinking about what you have in your stash, that would have been a nice project to foil the polyglaze. I'm going to stop and show you what I'm thinking of because I might end up doing that too. But not on the video because I don't want this to go too long. Let me be right back. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Okay. So, polyglaze. Bring it up just a little bit. Kind of close. There we go. This is from Gina K, and it's polyglaze foiling sheets. So, I could have foiled this, cut it out to make a tag just barely will fit, to make a nice tag, and that would have given me some sparkle and shine. Or this. So I know what I'm going to do next for Easter. So I'm going to keep these in the back of my pocket as a potential for the tag. So as long as it's big enough, I've got all these kind of designs that I can foil and use as backgrounds. So that is, I'm going to keep these out as inspiration and pull from my stash because it's something I have. And I might have something already foiled, and I didn't think about it until a few minutes ago. That, I might have something already foiled that I can use. So, we'll keep that in mind. Okay, I digress. So now my little thing is not hanging in the air. So let's finish this. I think that was a stroke of genius to think of that. So we're just going to do that. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to continue with my theme going into the new year is use what you have, be resourceful, be innovative, and inventive, and just be mindful, because you can use, you know, again, I purchased all this mess. I need to start using it. So that's my philosophy for this year. So that is what I'm doing. And I was like, oh, that would be a great background. And we haven't seen me foil in a while. I haven't foiled anything in a while, because I've been ink blending and stenciling and doing all that other stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like my mom, like a mother, but that's pretty. Oh yeah. Even the pink stripe would have been nice. Oh, did I move it? I moved it, but it's okay. I'm gonna go with it. I'm not gonna change my mind. But you know, when you do the next one, you live and you learn. I'm not a colorologist person, so not sure why that's not fitting in there. The only thing about the glitter is that the sometimes it takes a little bit longer for the glue to set. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do for that little nose. I am going to cut off a little square of black for that little button nose. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, because that's what Brenda's going to do. I don't know if you were supposed to cut it all in black, but I do kind of like having the bunny with the pink eyes. So we're going to put that pink in here. We're going to use it still. Lipstick. Now you can decide to do you can make the bunny with black eyes and then just cut out the square, which I think I'm going to do. That way I won't have to do this but once. Now I could run it back through the die cutting machine, but I'm not going to do that. I am not going to. So now you got that. Whoops, except for that. Boop. And then I can decide which one I like. But I like the little pink eyes too. So snip that. That bigger piece. Snip that some more. Safety first. Let's close the scissors. Whoop. Oh, come on, Brenda. Sometimes it's easier to grab it. There you go. Then you can decide which one you like. So I'm going to put glue right around there. I hope that nothing oozes out, but you never know. And if it does, you just wipe it off. There we go. Now I'm going to take this little bitty pink thing and see if I can get it right over the eyes, like that. Okay, so now I'm thinking I gotta pop. Oh, for crying out loud, Brenda. for real. Now I got 2 tones. Whoops. Turned it the wrong way. And then I got the guys. So I gotta just put the ears in. These itty bitty ears. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's like an indentation. So I'm just gonna put the glue right in there. I should take the cap off. Pick it up, put it in. And move it over with the pickup stick. Okay, it's gotta go down a little. I can't tell if there's supposed to be a right or a left, but I'm gonna make it work, whatever it is. There we go. Not too bad. I really like these because these come together quick. There's not a lot going on with them. They come together really fast. Put a black on that. So you get a different look with the different bunnies. You can hear my chair creaking. If there's a right or a wrong way, I don't know anything about it. I'm not thinking about it too deep, overly too much. I'm just trying to get the little ear in, the little canal. All right, there's a lot of little pieces. Go. Like I said, when you're working with the glitter, you gotta let the glue takes a little bit more time to set up. Okay, boop, boop, boop. Now let's work on the sticks. Okay, can I tell the difference? See. Can I tell the difference? Okay, yeah, I can tell the difference. Okay, perfect. So, okay, look at that. See how tiny that is? Now you can decide if you got an appropriate sentiment. You can figure out if you want to put something on there. It didn't come with a sentiment, so I'm not going to stress my brain about it. Little magical wand. Now you can leave off the little wand if you like. You know, if you're just going to use it, it'd be a nice, okay, let's put that in there. There's a little hole. I think I put too much glue. So we'll just sop that up with my hand. There we go. There we go. See? Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I'll do the other one. Oh, Lord, please be in there. Because I really don't want to have to cut you out again. And if I can't find you, I may not be cutting you out again. Oh, fiddle-dee-dee. Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. Okay, so I think... Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Does it go this way? Okay, yeah, it's gonna have to go that way. Lord of mercy. Okay, we just playing it by ear. I'm being a renegade here. Going rogue. There we go. Going rogue. Okay, we'll go rogue one more time. Because it's gonna have to work. I'm not trying to pick up all that little stuff. Ooh. So we'll see what day 4 has to bring. I'm looking forward to that. 24 days of Christmas crafting. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to... Oh, isn't that going to be darling? If I want to pop that up. So I think there's a little indentation here. So we're going to do it this way. Glue. So I'm just going to get them in there the best way I can. See, you looking good? Okay, you're looking good. Do the same thing with this guy. I don't know which one I like better. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either one's going to end up putting them both on this tag. How about that? I made both. I'll end up doing both. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're done with that. Done with all that. Let's put that up. Okay. If you could see this side of the craft desk, it looks really bad. It looks really, really bad. Alright, I'm trying to think if I'm going to pop this bad boy up. But you know I probably will, so let's just get it out. Let's pop you up. Now I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do any inking on this. On these. Like on these edges, which I probably will. So before I pop it up, I'm going to go grab some ink. I'll be right back. Hell, I didn't have to go too far. Got a little brush, so whatever on this brush is what I'm going to use. I just grabbed the first brush I saw. So it's just dropping a little bit of purple. See? And then you can kind of come in and do some swirling on this. Around the edges. I don't know why I picked purple, but I'll just use purple over here too. That changed the thing. I mean, it does change the aesthetic of it. I mean, it really does. And if you leave it like right in the center, you got a little halo effect. So there we go. That's all I'm gonna do. So if you take a look at that, you can see got a little halo effect right in there. So let's pop this bad boy up. Rabbit out of the hat. Cool. Let's make sure I didn't jack up anything. There we go. Yeah, little. You can figure out where you want to put the abracadabra thing. I think I'm going to put it about right there, and then I'll put some stars. Okay, let's lay this guy down. Okay, up there we go. Don't overthink it. And if you have any other embellishments outside these stars, which I don't have used a lot of my embellishments, I keep forgetting that I have them. Like I've got pearls and sparkles and sequins. I keep forgetting I have that crap. It's not crap, but I just keep forgetting that I have it. And that I could go ahead and use it. I think I'm going to slide that, tuck that right in there. Now you could have popped that up too, but That's good. And then I'm gonna put you right here. Got you there. I think I'm gonna do yeah, I think I'm gonna lay it across the top. Boop, boop. Oh, you really are kind of flip floppy right there. So, yeah, so let's cut it up again. I went right underneath there because it's floppy on this corner. Okay, that's better. Now where was it flopping? Oh, let's see if it was right there. So we will put this guy right here. Okay. Creativity. Did I lay that down? Nope. Safety first. Close that back up. Like I said, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to lay it on here. I don't think I need to pop up the ears. Okay. Do I? Yeah, I'm going to do the ears. Oh, Lord. This is more than I bargained for. Oh well, it's worth the trouble. If you're gonna do it right. All right, magical bunny. Yeah, that's one thing we never had. We didn't have a bunny rabbit. Because where I grew up in Detroit, the closest thing we got to barnyard animals is the city squirrels. I crack myself up every time I think about that. That's the closest we got. City squirrels. And then the last thing I'll put down are the flowers. And my dad, and again, he's not with us either. My mom and my dad would take us to the state fair in Michigan. So the Michigan State Fair. I have fond memories of going to the state fair and seeing all the 4-H clubbers with their barnyard animals and the cows and the horses and the chickens, and because we're so far removed, having lived in the city, and we didn't grow up on a farm, but my dad did and my mom did. So my dad would tell us about all of the stuff he did on the farm in Arkansas. And so that's the closest we got every year, and we went every year. It was a magical time going to the state fair. And of course, things as we got older, your interests changed. It was good. Then it was time to meet gals and girls. Like my brothers would be checking out the honeys, as Will Smith said in his video from back in the day. They would certainly be out there checking out the chicks, and I'd certainly be out there looking at the guys. So it was a lot of fun when we were growing up. And then I remember us doing the Pirates of the Caribbean. I remember when they brought the Pirates of the Caribbean ride out. Like it was never a thing. And then one year they brought it to the state fair. Talk about kids having fun on the ride. We were just, we didn't know what to think of it. Okay, so I'm just going to put a dot of glue and drop the drop wherever I drop it. So I remember doing and then, of course, the Pirates of the Caribbean became a Disney famous movie. But I remember riding that thing, that little ship that went back and forth and swung you on a pendulum. And I'll never forget that when that came to being. And we had a lot of fun. Those were some times. So yeah, and then we had a lot of fun for that. And then Christmas, we had a lot of fun with that too in our house. So see how different that is. And these things, these three stars, I placed those along there and placing that in the little cluster. I'll never forget, you know, we had a live tree. Don't think my dad liked the live tree, but we did have a live Christmas tree one year. And then after that, that was the first and last time we had a live tree. We only had it for once. So my dad got a fake Christmas tree, and I'll never forget, we had the white fake Christmas tree. Then we had the icing. Oh, the little tinsel icing. Oh my goodness. That you had to take off the little package individually and place these individual icing tinsel on the tree. It drove me nuts. And you just couldn't toss it up there because it would clump up and look weird. And my dad was very exacting on how he wanted that placed on the Christmas tree. I've never seen someone so happy when that was no longer in favor as an item to go on a Christmas tree. So yeah. So here are my two tags. I ended up using them both. So two different looks, two different feels. This isn't a tag per se, but this could go on like your card, on the front of your card, as a cutout. If I was going to do this, then I would do a bigger layout. I mean, I was playing with this, so I guess you can say that. You could do something like that. Not with that part, but like this. That would be nice to stack them all up. That would be kind of cool. And then you'd have something like that. Little layers. That'd be cool. Just a thought. And then this will be, and then I'm gonna put some little tool. Oh, let's finish this with the tool, so you can kind of see what I do with those. So I keep this on my desk, the little tool. This is the only color I have, so I don't have a whole lot of colors. I don't have any other thing that I keep on my desk because this white and iridescent, and it'll go with anything. So yeah, let's finish this bad boy. So anyway, if you have a favorite Christmas story or a favorite thing that you remember from back in the day, a Christmas disaster. I could tell you about a Christmas tree disaster. we had our cat Patches. I think it was Patches. And Patches, we put up the Christmas tree. OMG, classic YouTube video. We didn't have YouTube at the time, but this would have been a classic YouTube video had we had it, because the dang on cat decided she was gonna climb the tree, and guess what happened? Y'all can guess where I'm going with that one. So yeah, there we go. I just cut that off at an angle. Poor cat and tree all came tumbling down. Scared the heck out of us, scared the heck out of the cat. Woo! She still tried to get that tree, so we had to watch her and make sure she didn't climb the tree. But that's my tag. If you wanted to, you could put a little hole right here and make a tag. But I'm going to leave it like that. So please tell me about your favorite holiday story. Christmas, could be Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, any one of those things. I would love to hear from you. But we are done with our day 3. So if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, and then I'll catch you for